I'm Stephanie.
And I'm L'Oreal.
And we are Happily Ever Elementary. So in lieu of us hitting 30,000 followers this week, which thank you so much for following along, we thought we would go ahead and share with you guys how we feel we got such an amazing following.
So if you guys don't know who we are, we have an Instagram page called Happily Ever Elementary. We're two elementary school teachers, and we started our page way back in January of 2017.
So basically, it started out not rocky, but slow. And we had a lot of trial and error where we were trying to see how can we reach the most people with our classroom ideas, what do we need to do to acquire followings like the pages that we looked up to. And you know, it was a slow start and it took us a long time.
But in the recent months, the last 4 months, we have gained 10,000 followers. In the previous 4 months, we did the same. So we've kind of learned the tricks of the trades. We've put together 5 ways that you can increase your followings on your page that we're going to share with you today. Now just know that these are ways that we thought helped us. They may not help you, but we're just going to share them with you because it could further your following on your page.
So basically, in the last 6 to 8 months, we've gotten about 20,000 followers, and these 5 tips are what we attribute that success to.
All right, tip number 1 is authentic content. When we started our page, it was really hard for us to get our stuff out there because we didn't have a following, but we always stay true to ourselves and our following. We have a certain audience that we cater to and that we have as a following, and it's teachers. So if you're starting an Instagram page for cooking, then you should be looking at other pages that have cooking. And you're gonna wanna stay true to that. So we hardly posted a lot of personal stuff at the beginning. We try to stay true to our classrooms and some of our best ideas, and we made sure that 1 out of 10 posts would be a repost of someone else's work. But if you were to scroll through our page, a majority of it is our work and our pictures and our stuff that we were showing.
Now, if you do decide to share other people's posts, it's very, very important and respectful in the Instagram community to make sure that you are tagging them in those photos and making sure that you give the proper credit where credit is due. Now, if you're using someone else's product, or for instance, we've bought products, not just Teachers Pay Teachers products, but actual hands-on materials from other people, it is actually going to benefit both people if you take a really good photo, if you stage it properly with good lighting, making sure it's good colors and good contrast, and you tag them in it. It is going to make your life easier in the sense that they might repost you on their bigger page. Let's say it's Lakeshore Learning. They're constantly looking for content in real classrooms, and it makes their job easier if you give them a photo that is advertising their product in your classroom. So they might repost it on their page where they have hundreds of thousands of followers, and guess what? They'll tag you back and give you credit, and other people are gonna track you down and check out your page. That is how we have gotten several hundreds of, if not thousands of followers, just because we're giving credit to an amazing big page and they give us credit back. That's a great way to go ahead and get followers. So whether it's Target Teachers, or it's Lakeshore Learning, or it's We Are Teachers, all of those pages are constantly spreading the love to teachers just like us and just like you. So that's a great way also to kind of extend your influence.
All right, tip number 3 is Instagram stories. Now, we can credit this one to Stephanie because I'm a little bit more shy behind the camera, and Stephanie is not. And she begged and begged to do Instagram stories when they first came out, and I was a little shy, a little nervous. I didn't think people would watch, and if they were watching, what were they thinking? And once we started our stories and people started to get to know us, people bought into us, and they bought into our friendship. And we soon learned the more we did Instagram stories and showed our products that way, and the more that they got to know us as people, is the more following we got and the more buy-in to what we were selling. So it was really important for them to see that side of us, and we can be silly and we can have fun on our stories. And there is a huge population of people that just watch the Instagram stories and hardly scroll through the pictures anymore. So you have to make sure you're catering to both sides. The people who love the photos and they scroll through those, and the people who love the stories.
Okay, now that we've talked about authentic content, getting to know you through Instagram stories, making sure you're reposting good material and tagging those to give credit, we want to talk about consistency. This is something that initially in that first year where we were slow moving and slow growing that we struggled with just because we're busy. It is hard as teachers to stop what you're doing and take the perfect photo. It is very hard to make sure that what you're doing is even Instagram worthy or Pinterest worthy, but the more that you are posting, the more people can rely on you, and the more they're looking for that. The more that we have posted, there's been more of a demand. So we find that we get more messages the more we post, that we have more people looking out for our products, that people are watching our stories more consistently. When there are lulls in our activity or engagement, it is usually because we are not engaging as much as we should. So our tip to you is, as often as you can, try and post. We now post at least once a day, and we try and do stories at least 4 or 5 times a week, but it can be hard because we like to do those together, and not every day can we sit down and take that time. But consistency is absolutely key.
Tip number 5 is collaboration. The Instagram teacher community is huge, and it is full of so many talented, amazing people. And once we started getting a following, we were asked to be in a share group, and we didn't know this was a thing. But it's like-minded people who put together a private message, and they put together a schedule, and they agree to share each other's content to their following in hopes that they're gonna get more authentic followers on their page. And so once we were a part of it, we were hooked. And so after a few share groups of being invited, we created our own and put together a schedule. And you just want to try to find people at the same place you are. So we look for people at the same followings you are. You're not likely to get someone in your share group who's at the top of the following because it might not benefit them as much as it would benefit us. So we put together people like-minded who's got great authentic content on their page. We asked them to be part of a share group, we put together a schedule, and we like to do them in our stories, but you can also do posts on your page, and you just find the best of what's on their page, you talk highly about them, you truly mean it, it's gotta be authentic, because you don't want people to think we're just advertising for no reason. And then that way we get a lot of new followers through collaboration of the community.
Alright, so another way besides just the share groups is basically to collaborate on a giveaway. So your team or your group of teachers that are like-minded, have the same interest and goals in mind, are going to get together, decide on a product, whether it's a Cricut or maybe some flexible seating options, and they're going to chip in to pay for those things. So right now we are doing a product giveaway with a group of amazing ladies and great teachers, teacherpreneurs, and we're all only going to be chipping in $15 to $20. That is not a lot in the scheme of things, and basically what you do is you offer this great giveaway to your followers to thank them, but in the process they're tagging their friends, they're sharing that advertisement for the giveaway, and all the while you are reaping the benefit of getting more followers and furthering your influence, which is really at the end of the day the goal. We're all trying to kind of have our side business or just inspire more teachers, and collaborating with other teachers honestly is one of the most beneficial ways to do that.
Alright guys, those are our 5 tips for how we got our followings. We hope it helps you guys on your page. Once again, it was just what helped us. We put together some ideas on what we thought were the top 5. Let us know if you know any tricks in the comments below, because we'd love to know other ways that we can grow our following.
And thank you again for our 30,000 followers. We are so incredibly grateful. Thank you guys for coming along this journey with us. If you liked this video, give us a big thumbs up. Make sure that your bell notifications are on. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe below, and we hope to see you guys soon. Okay. Yeah, let's get it out of the way. Just like, wow, that like almost instant. Consistency is absolutely key.
Oh my god. I was holding that in. That was so painful. I was like this. Painful.
I'm glad you left a beat. Like it's like key, beat.
I was just making sure there wasn't anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
In her arm.
Okay.